apologies. Do we have any... Sorry?
I've just switched the recording on just to let
everybody
know that we
I
are
need to
recording.
remind you, of course, we're recording for future transmission on the council's channels. Do we have any declarations of interest or transparency statements? Michael?
Yeah, Renfrew Ladies Football Club and also Renfrew High School Parent Council.
Okay. Any other? Kevin?
Just an interest in the Development Trust application, and I'll leave the meeting at 3 points.
Okay. So, the first item is the minutes of the previous meeting. Does anybody have any questions or comments? Are we happy to agree the minutes?
I have a comment.
Okay.
Apologies, there is an error in the very last part where it says the date of the next meeting is for Paisley East Local Partnership. It should be Renfrew Local Partnership. Apologies.
Oh dear. Cut and paste.
A wee cut and paste job. Apologies.
Has to be done. Okay. No other questions or comments, so we're happy to agree the minutes. Item 2 in the agenda are the applications for local partnership funding. So, as is normally the case, I'll just run through the ones I think are okay out with. Carol?
Just before you start, can you just go a wee bit slower this year? Seeing as how I don't have a spreadsheet in front of me, I'm going to have to use the old pen and paper, so just a wee bit slower, thank you.
It's a tough gig. I'll go through the ones that I think are okay, that are not, people have not declared an interest in. Also the ones that I don't think are okay. There's 4 applications which are in from different groups and organisations who have not provided any feedback. We have talked about this in the past and said we will defer any future applications, so I propose to defer those 4. And also the ones from out with Renfrew, we'll take these first. The ones from outside Renfrew, as we previously agreed and have done for several years now, if you're not in Renfrew or providing a service in Renfrew, then you're not getting any funding from Renfrew. It used to be in years gone by that lots of this funding disappeared into Paisley and Johnson and Linwood and places like that. But for several years now we haven't. So the ones outside Renfrew are I Am Me Scotland, Dates and Mates, Renfrewshire Effort to Empower Minorities, Paisley and District Scout Association, Rainbow Turtle, Renfrewshire Walking Network, the Paisley Actors Focus Group, Community Interest Company, and Pace Theatre Company. So they're all in your papers as being from outside Renfrew or not providing services in Renfrew. So I would propose immediately to decline all of those. I would also propose, unless anybody's got any alternative motions, to decline the Renfrew Over 50s Swimming Club application, which is essentially for a night at the theatre. I don't see that as constructive use of common good funding or local partnership funding. We have declined very similar applications in the past from the same group, so they are aware of the local partnership's thoughts in the matter. So unless anybody's got any, as I say, alternative motions or wishes to be approved, then I would suggest that we decline this one. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. The ones out with the people who have declared an interest that I think are okay, but obviously you can come in and give me your thoughts if you think I'm wrong, or you want to partial award or whatever. Are Friends of Knockhill Park, Brightest Star. That was a really successful award last year. Paisley Pirates Ice Hockey Club, the Renfrewshire Toy Bank, Right to Dance. The Right to Dance I did have some questions on initially as to whether, because obviously the group are not from Renfrew, but as to whether, firstly, this was going to happen in Renfrew, and secondly, had it been agreed with the schools. We've had projects, I think there was some sort of bus project, I can't remember what it was called, Magic Bus or something, that was going to come to Renfrew and take £10,000 off us to go around the schools, but I hadn't actually even spoken to the schools. But so we've had it confirmed that Right to Dance have been in touch with the schools, and the schools are all delighted with this project. So, and I think Right to Dance themselves are a fairly well thought of group. So I propose that we award the 4,080 that they're asking for. Renfrew Cricket Club, Arkelson Primary Parent Council, Renfrew Town Sea Scouts. And I think that's it from the ones that we can talk about with everybody here. In terms of ones that we can talk about, sorry, can I just confirm everybody's okay with that? Everybody's okay with those awards?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, agreed. Right.
The ones that we can talk about, whilst everybody here is here, that I had some questions on. Well, the second Renfrew Trinity Scout Group, who are looking for £4,100. This was a really successful award previously as well, and I've got no issues at all with the award as they've detailed. It's preserving and promoting a local history. It's a great project, but I do have a bit of an issue with the 10% contingency they've added on at the end of the application. They've asked for an extra £365 or something to, just in case the prices go up. I would propose that we award the money less the contingency. Is everybody okay with that?
Yep, I agree.
Okay, and the last one that we can talk about with everybody here is Robertson Park Bowling Club, which is looking for just under £10,000 for the renewal of bowling green edges. I'm concerned about the public aspect and public access aspect here, and I just wonder, Kerry, have we had any sort of discussions with them about, because I think there are issues with the public gaining access to the bowling club. It is essentially, it's a private members club. If you're not a member, then it can be quite difficult to play there, and I'm just wondering if any discussions have taken place on that basis.
Thanks, Councillor. Yes, I went to meet the bowling club and I did ask about the access for the public, and they are very open to the public coming in, but they don't have an attendant to take the green fees, so it's a bit of a barrier for them to overcome. So yeah, there was talk between the kind of committee about ways to facilitate that. So I think it may be a suggestion that they come back with an agreement about how the community will be able to access it. That might be a way to support them.
Okay, so on that basis, while I don't have any majors with issues with the application, I do have some issues with the public access side of things. So I would propose that we defer this application and maybe have some further discussions with them as to how more public access can be facilitated. It's obviously a decent whack of money there that you would be giving away. So unless anybody has got an alternative opinion, I would propose that we defer this one.
Yep.
Is that okay?
Yep.
The other ones that I propose to defer for having the missing feedback, as I say, is St James Primary School Parent Council, Kittlenook Primary Parent Council, Arkelson Humans over 60s, and Our Place, Our Families. These are not being declined, they're just being deferred. They have been chased in several occasions for feedback, but they haven't provided the feedback. So we'll defer until such time as they do. Lots of groups get lots of money from the local partnership, but it's important that we see that money has been spent wisely and soundly. So the feedback allows us to do that. So is everybody okay with that?
Yep, I agree.
Okay, so next up, we'll take
Sorry, Councillor Shaw, I think Councillor McEwen wants to come in.
Okay, Councillor McEwen.
Yeah, thanks, John. See, when you're talking about deferring, is money kept aside while that deference takes place?
There is still money in the pot, and there is still money in the pot, and they would obviously their applications were in first, so they would take priority over any other applications that came in after them if they did provide their feedback.
Okay, thanks, John.
Okay, so Kevin, do you want to leave the meeting first and we'll do Renfrew Development Trust. Okay, with Renfrew Development Trust, I had no issues with any of the applications. The Friends of Robertson Park, Renfrew Heritage Group, the Men's Shed. I did have some questions on Renfrew and Bloom, which were mainly around, yeah, it's a great idea, it'd be good to see, but how is it going to be funded moving forward? We didn't want the Development Trust coming back every year looking for more money for more flowers. I'm told that they will seek either, corporate sponsorship, or they will do the fundraising themselves, but we shouldn't expect to see, a Renfrew and Bloom application for, the consumables, the bulbs and stuff like that. We might see it for more planters, I guess, but we won't see it for the consumables that are in there. So I was okay with that. So on that basis, I was okay with Renfrew and Bloom as well. I don't know whether anybody's got any. Kathy?
No, I'm fine, John. I think my hand's still up here. I'm having a bit of bother getting back in as well. I don't actually see it on my screen.
All right. Well, we can see you, so, and I can hear you as well. So okay. It's all good. So is everybody okay with the Renfrew and Bloom and the other Renfrew Development Trust ones?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so we can bring Kevin back in, and then Michael will leave, and we can talk about Renfrew High and the Renfrew FC ladies. Yep.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Someone messaging Kevin.
I have, Councillor Shaw.
Okay, that's Kevin back. So first up, the Renfrew Ladies and Girls FC. This is an application for several different things within the. If I can just find it. We've got an application for analysis tools and equipment, weatherproof jackets, coach education and first aid, management costs, volunteer costs, and expenses. If we were, and I think we've said this many times in the past, if we were to start providing uniforms and strips for football clubs, then we could probably spend our entire local partnership budget every single year on it. So it is something we've declined in the past, and I would propose that we decline here for the jackets. The coach education, again, it's, how many football teams do we have in Renfrew? If we were to provide this for every different team, we would have, it would take up a big chunk of our budget. There was also a line in the form which said, coach education can also support employment. It will be delivered by the club's volunteer management team. So to me, that reads that they're applying for money to pay themselves, to coach themselves, which doesn't really make sense to me. So I would propose that we also decline the coach education and first aid, and also the management costs, volunteer costs and expenses. The analysis tools and equipment is something that, it's the type of thing we've provided to football teams in the past, where they've maybe applied for goalposts and stuff like this. I'm told that although Renfrew do have these tools available, they're not always available to the ladies teams due to, fixer classes or whatever. So my proposal would be that we award £1,650 for analysis tools and equipment on this application, unless anybody's got any different opinions. Are we okay with that then? All right. And the last one would be Renfrew High Parent Council. Everyone shines given the right lighting. I'm sure they do, even me. So they're looking for £3,228.55. This is something that we've funded for, or the type of thing, you know, sound systems and light systems that we've funded for other local schools. We don't fund things that you would expect the school to buy normally. So you know, if buying equipment or whatever, you know, normal day-to-day footballs or whatever, we don't spend money on that. But for things where it's, you know, it's going to make a difference to events and community events and all these sort of things, I think we've been quite happy the last few years and it's been good to see parent councils getting involved in the local partnership and, you know, improving their schools for the children that go there and also for the local community. So I would suggest that this one's okay. Is everybody okay with that? Councillor Hughes.
Yeah, I was just going to say I agree, John, and of course, you and I both love a school show, and we benefit from them when we go to these things as well. I do think it massively enhances the experience for the young people and the work that they're doing. You know, if you're a musician or an actor or a dancer and you're doing things, I think when you're young, it should be shown to its best light. Excuse the pun. So I think this is a lovely thing to support.
Okay, that's us. So we can ask Michael to come back in.
I'll just send a message.
And is everything ticked off, Carol? Have I missed anything?
I think everything is ticked off. Emma, Kerry, can you confirm?
I think so. Is it just worth confirming the ones we've deferred? I've got 4 noted. St James is...
Yeah, St James.
St James.
Yeah.
Arcoston and New Mains over 60s. Our Place Our Families Come Down With Me project and Robertson Park Bowling Club.
And Kiltlenuke Primary Parent Council.
Kiltlenuke Primary, okay.
So everybody apart from Robertson Park Bowling Club is due to the missing feedback, and Robertson Park Bowling Club is due to the public access questions.
I've got them all then.
All right, so that's all of the applications dealt with. I'm not entirely sure how much money there is left, but I'm sure it's a decent chunk that will be available for future meetings. So the next item on the agenda is the Renfrew Local Partnership Update and Feedback Report. Stuart, do you want to talk about this, or Kerry?
Sorry, I don't know if Stuart's coming in. I'm getting hailstones. I don't know if everybody else is getting hailstones as well.
Sorry, I can hardly hear what's going on. Kerry, can you take this one just now?
Yep, sure. So the paper that's been circulated around is just the feedback received from the grant holders from last year. So it's all who've sent us their feedback. The information's all there. There's some photographs that have also been sent in. I've not included them in the report just because it's there's a lot of them, and I think it would be just reams and reams of really nice, lovely photographs. But I'm thinking of some way to circulate that around the local partnership members in the future as well, so we can all see the good work that's happening. The the grant holders that have not returned feedback, I'm continuing to chase, and we're starting to implement a process to get those organisations to give us the feedback, or if they've not used the funds, to return the funds. So just to make everybody aware that that's next on the agenda for us.
Okay, some great feedback in there. Does anybody have any questions or comments on that? This is going to be a really quick meeting. Councillor Hughes.
So a comment again, John. It's not a question because there's lots of depth in there, but I just think this reflects your point earlier. The depth of information that's in this in terms of the groups who have actually come back to us shows a whole host of work all across the community that's making life better for people, enriching it. And I think us being able to track how the money is being used is really important. You know, we all know finances are finite and we want to use them as best we possibly can. And I think the feedback we're getting shows that we're doing a really good thing with it and supporting local organisations. So it's great.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Well, the date of the next meeting is the 9th September, but just before we go,
Councillor Shaw, Michael Shearer. Sorry, Michael Shearer.
Michael. Yep.
Sorry,
Michael.
John. You thought you were getting away there. Yeah, sorry.
You're
so
not going to do a
talking about the
Tom
grant.
here, are you?
No. Can I just say, as a grant holder from the Renfrew Community Council, we are in the current process of returning a grant, and we've had some hurdles, but I think we're now overcoming them. I just want to put that thanks out there to everyone who's been involved in that.
No, and Michael, you know, I mean, the Community Council hasn't applied for funding for quite a while now, but the Community Council used to do some amazing work with local area committee funding and local partnership funding. I mean, we get a whole pile of new Christmas lights at one point when they get 40k from the local partnership, you know. So I look forward to you guys. I know you're on the up again, and I look forward to when you get your heads together and come on. I fully expect it to be soon, so I look forward to that.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Kerry.
Sorry, Councillor Shaw. I have just noticed that there's a mistake in one of the balances for one of the applications, so I just want to put it on record to change it. So it was for Renfrew High School Parent Council. In the papers, they were looking for 4,800, but actually they're looking for £3,528.55. That would be their full award. So just a wee typo.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine. So, well, finally, the next meeting is the 9th September, but before I go, it would be remiss of me not to say this is the last meeting for Carol, our cheeriest council officer in the whole council, and the best dancer as well, she tells me. But though, I just wanted to say thanks to Carol. You know, you've been amazing over the years. Carol's about to retire and it's one off into the sunset. I was trying to get her to come and join Renfrew Community Council, Michael, but she tells me she'll think about it, but I'm not sure she will, you know. So, but I just want to say thanks so much, Carol. You've been amazing.
Oh, thank you very much, Councillor Shaw. That's very kind of you. I have enjoyed I'm very passionate about Renfrew. I love Renfrew. I always will be. I don't know whether I'm passionate enough to join the community council, but maybe some other voluntary work may take place. I'm not retiring. It's not. I'm not using the R word. I'm using another chapter. It's the next chapter. So I'm basically giving work up to do what I want to do, and that's my line dancing, becoming a marriage officer, and doing my wee soaps, candles, and bath bombs business. So, yes, just going to be enjoying life from now on, I think. So thank you very much, and I will miss you all, and I'll tap into what you're up to and probably see all the good deeds that you're doing about Renfrew. So
I'm sure we'll bump into you about the town. But all the very best, Carol, and I'm sure you'll smash it in what we do. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to say, or are we okay to close the meeting? Good stuff. Thanks very much, folks. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, John. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye all.
Thank you.